Raiders face their first big test in the Antonio Pierce era, and they come up short as they lose 2013 to the Miami Dolphins. Welcome into Raiders Gameday. I'm Amber Theoharis, along with James Jones and Eric Allen. And look, there were a lot of good things to take away, and there were a lot of things that need to be worked on. But most notably, this was an amazing performance by the defense. They forced 3 turnovers. They hold a team that normally scores 31 points a game to just 20 points a game, and they gave the offense every opportunity to win.
They sure did. On offense, missed opportunities, but defensively, man, getting after it again, getting those turnovers. I love the tackling aspect of this defense the last 3 weeks. They've been really coming to play. I love the attitude they're playing with. They're opportunistic defense right now, and you got to have that going up next week against the Kansas City Chiefs.
No doubt. They are hunting for the football. They are hunting for the football. You're talking about a Miami Dolphins team that scored 70 points in a football game.
How many, JJ?
70 good points. And for you to go out here and hold them to 20 points in a football game, that's big time, man. 3 takeaways. I mean, they got Tyreek Hill, who's up for the MVP in the National Football League, which is a quarterback award, and they slowed my man down. This is an excellent job by the defense. Been playing lights out these last couple of weeks.
All right, 3 big things we're going to focus on in today's show. Aiden O'Connell, where is he in his development? 3 interceptions thrown, but there were also some big passes to Davante Adams. Also, we're going to take a look at the Raiders defense, some forced fumbles, and also an interception. They are becoming ball hawks, and you got to give that man Patrick Graham credit. He was under fire in the beginning of the year, but we are seeing the evolution of this defense. Let's go out to Miami. Some game action here, and third game under Antonio Pierce as they're looking to go
75 degrees,
3-0. It's a nice day down there. Would it be a nice day for the Raiders? There's Tua Tagovailoa rushing to the middle, and he fumbles it.
Good start.
Recovered by Luke Masterson.
Go, Luke.
So they take over early.
It is. Give us that ball out. Knee ain't down. Give us the ball. First takeaway of the day for that Raiders defense. Big time play. First challenge right there by Coach Pierce.
Well, because they said he was down originally, and he said, no, he's not. That was a fumble. And so they win it. Raiders ensuing possession. Aiden O'Connell going to Michael Mayer. Nice little 12-yard route there. Gets a first down.
He's trying to run guys over.
Yeah, started this game nicely, though. He started this game nicely, getting the football out of his hands, took some shots down the field when he had to, but really good way to start the football game.
The Raiders settle for a 34-yard field goal as they take an early 3-0 lead. On the Dolphins' next possession, Tua is sacked.
Oh, man.
By Kuntz, but wait a minute, and Kuntz had a great game.
Yes,
I hated
another
to see
one,
this.
right?
But take another look. He's all excited, but take another look. The rookie out of Maryland, yes, he's a Terp. I got to call him out in the good and the bad. He was holding there.
Yeah, that's how you stop that speed. You got to hold a little bit.
Yeah, that's a big penalty because it ended up in this. It ended up in a touchdown score to Tyreek Hill.
Good contested catch by Tyreek.
Good contested catch. They ran this slice route again on the backside, catch, no tackle, and that's just speed. My goodness, gone. But that penalty was big.
Yeah, because that was on 3rd down. They were going to get off the field on 3rd and long. They come up with a big play, and then they give him new life, and it leads to this. So Tyreek.
Normally, you're able to make a play on that, from a safety or a corner or a linebacker, but he's just so fast.
Yeah, he went right by Marcus Epps, that's for sure. Raiders' next possession, there you go. Trey Tucker, a little 17-yard grab. First down Raiders, 3 plays later. And these are the good moments that we saw. The man can air it out, and Davante Adams was 46 yards downfield for a touchdown. Everybody's feeling good in Raider Nation. 10-7 Raiders lead.
He just climbs on top. Just great route running and understanding where you are, big, strong, so he can kind of work through the contact.
Little and one right there. Little contact ain't going to bother nobody. This is what we do. We receivers, we track the football. Touchdown. Raiders up in this one, 10-7, big-time play.
Here we go into the second quarter. Tua Tagovailoa gets it over to the young guy, Ahmed. He stepped up because Achane was out, so he made some plays. First down Dolphins, 4 plays later. Ahmed again.
Penalties.
Yep, he only gained a yard, but then he got a lot more yards because of Tyree Wilson. So it's a first down, and it's on the Las Vegas 12. 3 plays later, Tua again, looking for the young guy, Savon Ahmed, for 9 yards, tackled by Spillane and Tyler Hall, and here we go. 4th and 3.
This big-time football right here now.
Yeah, this is incredible. Just, again, we're talking about that middle of the defense, corners, Nate Hobbs, really good solid tackle on the fastest guy in the league.
Huge 4th down stop there in the red zone, turnover on downs. and the Miami Dolphins get nothing out of it. And Tyreek Hill has to go to the locker room, so that's a little bit of a break.
A little bit of break.
For the Raiders.
Yeah.
The man would still have 140 yards in the game. But there's Jalen Waddle, who kind of stepped up for a moment there in Tyreek Hill's absence. Again to Waddle for 15 yards, another first down. 4 plays later, they're getting in a rhythm.
Yeah, Waddle
Good about him.
too.
Yeah, he's an impact player.
This was an excellent play call right here. Kudos to this Miami Dolphins offensive coordinator because he caught the Raiders in empty blitz right here, man to man. Put a little, what they call it, a Texas route on the linebacker.
Yeah, but
big time win.
It's a block downfield too.
Yeah.
I mean, come on now.
All right, so the Dolphins lead 14-0. And check out A.J. Cole, the greatest punter to ever live.
The great A.J. Cole.
No, he's
With the
amazing.
hang on.
61 yards on the punt. I was channeling Kevin Harlan,
Yeah,
my
you
friend.
were.
I was
You were.
trying to. I didn't do as good of a job. But the Dolphins' second play of the game, Tua Tagovailoa to
Bop, give us that.
Julian Helen. Boop.
Yeah. See ball, give us that.
Nate Hobbs
Nate
pokes
Hobbs
it out.
there balling.
Diablo comes up with it. Another look at this.
Yeah, see ball, punch ball.
They're going after that ball. And they've been
Wow, give us
practicing
that.
this. Nate gets it out of his hands. And then Devon would get on top of him.
Bang, give us that.
Just
Oh,
making
you don't want it.
impact plays. Just making impact plays.
Yeah.
3 guys around the ball. I thought our
ball hawk.
Yeah, I thought our pursuit today and tackling was really good.
Josh Jacobs there after the Raiders take over, 3 yards.
I felt like we could have been more aggressive right here. You know, we ran this first play, we got 3 yards, and then the next play, as you can see, we don't hike until it's 16 seconds left in this game before the half, and we didn't get the ball back. I thought we could have took some chances down the football field,
Well,
but
there
we
was
ended
no
up getting
urgency.
3.
Yeah, 58 seconds left. The defense gets you the ball back at the end of the half, and it just seemed like the clock management wasn't there, not using the timeouts, and then it ends in a field goal. And so it's a 1-point game going into the second half. So the Dolphins' first possession, Tua.
Give us that.
Overthrows, expect them.
Yeah.
There you
We
go.
were all screaming, run! But
I know, huh?
the receiver
yeah,
did a good
he
job.
did a good
getting
job
his
of
foot,
tagging
yeah.
his foot
Isaiah
down.
pull him out, by the way.
But for safeties, way to have your eyes in the right spot, you know, playing deep, forcing them to make mistakes like this.
We took away a lot of their shot plays, which was good.
Yes.
We didn't give them no one-and-done plays. We made them go the long way, and that was the outcome of the football game, man, with the score.
So let's see if off the turnover, if they get any
these
points.
ones we
And
need.
there you go.
Those ones we need. That's
Forced to
game-changing
punt.
plays right there. 3rd and 1.
So they get no points off of that turnover, and we're jumping ahead now in the third quarter. And intercepted by Jalen Ramsey. Jalen Ramsey was all over the place.
He was on a lockdown mission.
I like the play call. We just got to come back to
Look at
this
that.
ball right here. We
Just
can't
a-
stop on the quarterback right there. Got to come back to the football.
That's a great break from the corner.
Dolphins' next possession, it's 3rd and 2, and Tua hits Jalen Waddle for 19 yards. They're down to the Las Vegas 26, first down. And then Tua, incomplete.
Oh, we almost had
Almost.
41.
We almost had 4 of them things.
41. Spillane almost in that thing.
He's been all over the place, by the way.
Sure has been.
And so the Dolphins are forced to settle for a field goal. So again, the defense holds them, and it's good at 41 yards out. So the Dolphins take a 17-13 lead. Later in the third quarter, Dolphins have the ball, 2nd and 6. Tua looking for Tyreek Hill, 25 yards. Tyreek was just racking up the yards. He came back in the game, obviously. 2 plays later, Tua to Cedric Wilson Jr., 12 yards. So they're moving the chains, first down, Dolphins.
Good tough catch right there.
But again, the Raiders defense then don't break. They hold them to a 51-yard field goal rather. So a long field goal attempt. The Dolphins lead 20-13. All right, the Raiders need to get something going here in the fourth quarter. 3rd and 3. Aiden O'Connell, though, is sacked by Jalen Phillips, loss of 8 yards. And that was, Thayer Munford got beat on the right side. Oh, that was Bradley Chubb on the left side. So just a tough play. Jumping ahead now.
Lots of time.
Raiders still down 7. Aiden O'Connell. JJ!
Oh.
You gotta go limp leg on this. Toe drag, sweat.
You got to go dead leg right there.
Dead
Let them legs go. Let them legs go right there, young fellow.
So he doesn't get it. And that's how you make a catch there. Jacoby Myers keeps it going on a 3rd and 16 play, 4th down Raiders. So they're going for it on 4th and 3. And
And we had some missed opportunities in this game.
Yeah.
I don't know if I necessarily like taking a shot at him one-on-one.
This is
That was scary.
blue coverage. Yeah.
Ramsey just had a great game.
He
He had
did.
been injured. He came back for 3 games now, and he's played very well. Jumping ahead, Aiden O'Connell to Jacoby Myers. That's how you stay there. You pull it down, 24 yards.
Like the tightrope.
2 plays later, 2nd and 6. Aiden
there he
O'Connell to
is.
Hunter.
Oh, Hunt dog.
Little trail leg there on the hurdle.
Hunt dog. Hunt dog trying to get to the
Yes,
house.
he is. He's trying to get somewhere. That's big time play, run after catch right there. Ball out of your hands. Hunter Renfro doing what he does with the
Staying on
football
his
in his
feet.
hands. Big time play right there. Explosive game for the Raiders.
That is a big game. Look,
that's-
another
look at
angle
that.
there. Just hurdles the guy.
And the balance.
Looking like a track star out
Yes,
there.
he is.
Oh, he's a runner. He's
Protecting
a
that ball,
track
though,
star.
too.
Next play. Aiden O'Connell. Yeah, he's set.
Yeah. How many sacks we get today? 2?
2.
2.
3 plays later,
Yeah,
Aiden O'Connell,
We held it a little
as
too
he's
long
taken
right
down,
there.
he tries to get rid of it, but it's intercepted.
Yeah, it's 4th and 6. You gotta.
You gotta let it go.
Gotta let it
but
go.
we held it a little
Right.
too long right
Yeah.
there.
Yeah. Let it go now. Let it go now.
Yep. All right, so the Raiders do get the ball back.
Yeah.
The defense, again, gave them the ball back. They got one last chance here.
there we
Aiden
go.
O'Connell to Trey Tucker for 19 yards. Here we go. We're down to the Las Vegas 37. 3 plays later, it's 3rd and 6.
Finding moment.
Aiden O'Connell
Big
to
time.
Devontae Adams.
Here we
Big
go.
time play, 20 yards, down to the Miami 39. We're in their territory.
Look at this route.
Give us that.
Break it off.
Good ball, good timing.
Yeah.
There we go.
Everything right behind the corner, in front of the safety, and that honey pot.
2 plays later, taking a shot in the end zone. O'Connell going for the speedster. Trey Tucker, and look who's there.
Yeah.
Jalen Ramsey
That's a great-
finishes out the game with the interception. Just a great play.
That's a great play. And maybe, again, you're in the point. I don't disagree with the shot, but if you're going to go with a shot, maybe go to shot with someone like Devontae.
The bigger boys.
Elevate.
The bigger
right?
boys. Jacoby.
Yeah.
He's going to win that ball,
Yeah, Jacoby.
especially with 2
Devontae.
guys on him. And so the final score,
Look at him. He's
Mike
like, I
McDaniel
respect
gets the
you.
win. He knows Antonio Pierce.
Yes.
Dolphins win 20-13, and now in the Antonio Pierce era, the Raiders are 2-1. Let's take a look at our final stats of the game, brought to you by Sports Water. And look at what the
That's
defense did
deceiving.
on 3rd down. Look
Yeah.
at what the defense did. They held the Dolphins, that offense, to 27% on 3rd down. Also, even on the turnover battle.
Right.
But the
red
rushing-
zone too. Those numbers for the red zone for the Dolphins are kind of skewed because
They didn't get in the
multiple
red
times-
zone.
Yes.
Because they were forcing them to kick
kick
long
field
field goals. Jason
yeah.
Sanders missed, a 53-yard field goal. And so the defense did a great job. Look at the rushing yards. The defense held this rushing offense to 99 yards. They were averaging about 140 rushing yards a game. So really the story of the game is the evolution we're seeing of this defense. This is the first offense that the Raiders have gone up against and really did a great job of limiting them and giving the offense a chance to win. Now the offense has got to score off of those turnovers. They only scored 6 points off of 3 turnovers.
Yeah, for sure. JJ Amber, you got to say this defense, last 2 weeks going against some quarterbacks that, were not the kind of quarterbacks that we're going to face today. The Miami Dolphins had a legit quarterback, and like JJ said, they have an MVP candidate at receiver, extremely good at the running back position, offensive line doing really well. So this is really a step up, gives you confidence going forward. Because we're not going to face another offense like this. Even the Chiefs next week, they don't have that outside threat anymore.
It's the top scoring offense in the NFL.
Exactly. So
and they
you
held them
really
20
feel
points.
comfortable going into the next couple weeks.
Yeah, if we really keeping it a buck, we keeping a spade. This is the best offense in football, point blank period. I mean, they put up 70, they put up 30, they averaging how many points a game? 31 points a game. That's big time. That's probably top 5 in the National Football League, if not 1.
It's 1.
It's 1. It's uno. I knew it. I didn't go to school for math, but I'm good at that. But yes, I mean, to go out there and hold them to 20, 3 takeaways, that's big-time defense right there. Should have been 4 takeaways, that's big-time defense. So kudos to the defense for holding it down. Offense knows they have to be better. The explosive plays down the football field, got to take advantage of those chances and those opportunities.
And let's take a look at the second half offensive drives by the Raiders. I mean, look at this. Punt, interception, punt, turnover on downs, interception. There was a point from that Devontae Adams touchdown at the end of the first quarter where the Raiders did not have a first down until about 13 minutes left in the fourth quarter. That's not okay. You can't come out of the second half. And maybe they lost some momentum on that end of the drive in the second half where they weren't aggressive, didn't use the timeouts, just settled for a field goal when they got the ball with 58 seconds left. Probably could have done a little bit better and come out with more momentum than what they did.
How do you protect a young quarterback? Run the football.
Run the football.
We're not in a position to really run the football today.
Running it well,
we're trying to catch points.
Yeah.
That's why it's so important on a team like the Dolphins is to get up early so you can dictate tempo. Without the running game, without Josh having the ability to run, we're going to be in situations like that.
No doubt.
Yeah.
Was that just abandoning it too early? I mean, it was still a close game.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, I think the Miami Dolphins got to give them some credit because they were shutting him down. I mean, we couldn't get some one-yard runs going. So, hey, you can't run the ball. It's going to be trouble.
All right, when we come back, Nate Hobbs and that defense creating turnovers. He's standing by. We're going to talk to him from Miami coming up next on Raiders Gameday. Raiders Gameday is brought to you by America First Credit Union, the official credit union of the Las Vegas Raiders. Allegiant, the official airline of the Las Vegas Raiders. Low fares, non-stop flights. Book now only at Allegiant.com. Cox, proud partner of the Las Vegas Raiders. Coors Light, an official beer of Raider Nation. Made to chill. 2023 Coors Brewing Company, Golden, Colorado. Celebrate responsibly. So the Raiders lose this one in Miami 20-13. They now fall to 5-6, but it was a great defensive effort. And to talk about it, let's bring in Nate Hobbs, who joins us from Miami. And Nate, if I told you at the beginning of this game that you were going to hold an offense that normally scores 31 points a game to just 20 points, how would you feel that your chances of winning were?
I do, of course, if you hold the number one team in the league, scoring-wise, to 20 points, you always expect to win. But you know what I'm saying? Even if we don't, I'm just proud of our team for the effort that we gave, you know what I'm saying? So.
Nate, man, you guys been doing an excellent job at taking the football away, man, these last couple games, man. I don't know if it's a mindset. I don't know if it's something that, changed in practice. But, just even when you guys are coming up to tackle people, everybody hunting for the football, is it something that changed in practice, mindset? I mean, something the defensive coordinator, Antonio Pierce, is bringing, anything like that? Talk to us a little bit about the defense.
I feel like that's really been our mentality since camp time and as the year go on, you know what I'm saying? You see more things, you get more opportunities, and you go in with a mindset, okay, we're about to attack the ball. So I just feel like we've gotten better as the year has went on, and in that aspect we've grown and know once we attempt, you know what I'm saying, get strip attempts and interception attempts, the ball gets big. So you know what I'm saying, we just doing what we've been doing the whole year in practice.
Nate, you're one of the most versatile players on our football team, going from inside to outside. How do you have to deal with that mentally from situation to situation?
Like I told Pat and the rest of the team, honestly, I'm willing to play safety. You know what I'm saying? If they need me to, I'll play corner, nickel, safety. Really, I'll play corner, nickel, safety. So it doesn't really matter where you place me at. I feel that like down my heart. You know what I'm saying? I could go play anywhere. That's what makes me valuable to the team. I feel like if I wasn't that type of guy, then I wouldn't be as valuable. So.
Seems like there's a lot of playmakers emerging on this defense as we see you guys growing. I mean, Masterson has the strip, and then Epps recovers it. You have the strip fumble, and then Diablo recovers it. Spillane almost had an interception. The young guy, Polamalu, had an interception. Are you feeling like there's more guys now that can make plays at any time?
Most definitely. Like I said earlier, we know that coming into the game, we know we're going to get opportunities. It's just about capitalizing on those opportunities, and we feel confident with anybody who's on the field. That's why we put them out there. You know what I'm saying? That they've shown that they could do those things that are asked of them, that we are asking them to do. So just kudos to all the guys, you know what I'm saying, who did go get it on defense. You know what I'm saying? It's all love, and I'm just so proud of those guys, for real.
Nate, you can tell you guys are playing with a different mentality, chip on your shoulder. You guys are executing well. How is what you guys have done for the past 3 weeks are going to push it forward and get ready for the Kansas City Chiefs?
Honestly, I just think we need to keep doing what we're doing, honestly. Practice is the game is just a product of practice, you know what I'm saying? And, of course, defensively, we've been getting at it and going hard, you know what I'm saying, and getting those attempts at the ball and capitalizing. But, you know what I'm saying, offense, I feel like we really have a good offense, no matter what, you know what I'm saying? I'm going to keep on believing in those guys because they make me believe every day. So, you know what I'm saying, it's just a day, you know what I'm saying? I feel like we just go back to the drawing board and do what we need to do. You can't just switch it up off one loss, so.
What can you say about Patrick Graham and the position he continues to put this defense in schematically coming into this game, getting ready to take on a top offense?
I think PG has a lot of faith in us, and that lets certain players like Isaiah, you know what I'm saying, coming off the bench, who's a good player, a great player, honestly, off the bench. That gives him confidence to go make a play like that against the best offense in the NFL. You know what I'm saying? He just puts us, I feel like he's been putting us in great positions to make plays, and I can't say enough about how much his faith in us amplifies our faith in ourselves as a defense, as a unit, you know what I'm saying, and as individuals also. So.
Well, I know you guys walk away with the loss, not the outcome you wanted, but a lot of good things to take into going against the Kansas City Chiefs next week. Thanks for joining us, Nate. We appreciate it.
No problem. I appreciate y'all. Thank you.
And anytime you give up 422 yards of offense and hold a team to just 20 points, you have to look at where things went right. And EA, I know you and I were talking offline about the middle of the field and how crucial that was going to be, because that is where the Dolphins offense has killed so many people.
Yeah.
And you got to give it to the linebackers and the safeties and the job that they did in protecting the middle of the field.
It has been a drastic change in tackling the last 3 or 4 weeks. And I believe that's because of the practices that the Raiders have been having on Wednesday and Thursday in particular. They've been flying around at practice, getting around the ball, understanding. If I'm the first one there, I'm getting the guy down. If I'm second, I'm going after the ball. All of these highlights will show you just the nature that they are trying to attack the ball carrier, 2 or 3 guys around them. And I just really feel like that's something to build on. If you're a football team, particularly that can tackle well, you're going to win some ball games. You're going to be in every ball game. You're going to get opportunities like this. And I just, Nate is one of my favorite guys. You know, he's
a
all
banger.
over football. He is. He can do it all.
Yeah, Nate playing his tail off. But no, you're right. That is contagious. And this is something that happens in practice. When you watch these guys fly around the football field, like, it is everybody to the ball. And that second person, third person to the ball is punching at that football for takeaways. And these linebackers, I'm telling you, it's one thing about Antonio Pierce. He was super smart playing the linebacker position. And you see that from our linebackers in this defense playing extremely smart. This defense is playing at a high level. I'm telling you, the Raiders have a really good chance to winning a lot more football games this season if they play like this on the defensive side of the ball.
Also, we got to give credit to the run defense as well. The run defense had been struggling on this team. It was an area we talked about running backs and quarterbacks beating them on the outside. Well, they hold this offense to just 99 rushing yards. And I know that Achane was out, but Mostert and those boys can still hurt you. And they did a really good job of that. All right, when we come back, EA and JJ are going to break down Nate Hobbs' performance and Aiden O'Connell's growth and his missed opportunities next.
Hi, I'm Malia Jaime. I go to Shadow Ridge High School and I play corner on defense for flag football. I currently help volunteer working with young students in the volleyball program. I love doing community service. I love giving back to the community and helping out, especially the younger kids. I work with NCSA. There we're able to help ref kids and teach them about the game and show how much we love the game, and you get to see their faces and how they love the game as well. I think it's really important because these younger generations, they get to look up to you and you kind of be a role model that they may not have. Thank you, Intermountain Health and the Raiders, for this amazing opportunity. Go Raiders.
Welcome back to Raiders Game Day. The Raiders defense is proving to be a group of ball hawks. They forced 3 turnovers in their loss to the Miami Dolphins today. Meanwhile, on offense, they know they need to step things up. Where there were some big plays, there were also some big missed opportunities. And to break both sides of the ball down, let's turn it over to JJ and EA in our spotlight.
All right, Amber, as you can see here, we got the defense. We're going to start off with our guy, Nate Hobbs, right?
Nate.
Locked up. And
Yes,
look at
sir.
this. Look at our guy Marcus down here. It's going to be on your side. It's going to be on your side. So
you
let him know.
Tackle.
But look at the focus right now of of Nate Hobbs on the fastest player in the National Football League. You got to be confident in your skill set to come up and make that play for a tackle, for a loss. You know that's a huge play. 4th and 1, taking down Tyreek Hill. Amazing play by our guy.
That should count as a turnover,
You see the shoulder slip right there to avoid the block? He is just so incredible, so versatile. It's 39. And began the game in the inside. Now he's switching to the outside again, man to man. Look at this break. Oh man! And most of the time, we talk processing for quarterbacks, but for a cornerback, you're processing. You first had man-to-man on Tyreek Hill. Now you have to get back out of there, see the ball, punch the ball out. So he's processing all this in the middle of football play. Outstanding job of my guy, Nate Hobbs.
That's a big-time play by Nate. He lucky he didn't throw it out there to Tyreek Hill because he was going to pick that and take that to the crib. But he said, all right, you don't want to throw it to my man. I'm going to come in here, I'm going to strip it, I'm going to get the ball anyway. Nate Hobbs playing at an extremely high level. On the offensive side of the ball, we had some missed opportunities. Right here, we got a flea flicker. You got Devontae Adams a step ahead of Jalen Ramsey. And just out of the fingertips of Devontae Adams. But this right here, Devontae, you see how he kicked in that little extra gear right there at the end?
Didn't know
we need that from the get-go. And then right here, the same thing. Young fella, right? Dead leg. Your legs just got to go dead. Whoa, right there, that's when you fall. Just like that right there. Feet inbounds. This is a big-time play. Quarterback did a really good job of getting outside the pocket, buying time. Man, you just got to drop your legs right there. Boom, that's 2 feet in, catch the ball. And that's a big-time play. We might even go down there and score, and this is a different ball game. But this is a play right here that's a missed opportunity for the Raiders.
One of those size 8s instead of the 11s.
Man, an explosive play. And then right here again, we get you on a double move.
Yes, all day long.
1:47 left in the fourth quarter. Devontae Adams still get Jalen Ramsey on the double move. This ball needs to be out right now on a rope to Devontae Adams with another explosive game. Just missed opportunities for the Raiders as well as the defense played. Offense, some missed opportunities, and they really could have had a chance to win this game. But they didn't with missed opportunities. We back to you, Amber.
Taking a look at Aiden O'Connell's performance, he was 58% completion percentage, which that's got to be better. So some accuracy issues, as JJ just showed us. 3 interceptions, 1 touchdown, 271 passing yards. And look, there are things that we learned about Aiden O'Connell. We continue to learn as he's developing as well. He was a 4th-round draft pick. So look, he's going to have some bumps in the road. We're seeing that he has a big arm. That arm needs to be a little bit more accurate at times. He needs to be quicker with his decision-making. When we look at the other side of the ball and you see Tua Tagovailoa, 2.4 seconds. That's all he takes to release the ball. And you know what? He's the least sacked quarterback in the NFL because he gets the ball out quick. And we did see AOC hold the ball, as you just pointed out, longer periods of time. We also learned that he ain't going to scramble. He ain't going to turn upfield and get that first down, which, you know, look, Tom Brady didn't do that, but when he had to, he did. And so when there's opportunities, you need to be able to do that and make that quick decision. So I think that's the next process in him learning to become a better quarterback.
Yeah, and I think once the game slows down for him, you'll see him scramble a little bit more. You'll see him get outside the pocket a little bit more. That's about a young quarterback really understanding the game and really the game slowing down for him, knowing that if you are on your 3rd read, you got to be thinking, I got to get out of here. You know, I cannot sit here and hold the ball. This is the NFL. I got to get out of here. And I think as the season goes on, he will get better at that by getting outside the pocket, creating some plays, and some extra time for his receivers to get open.
All right, so Antonio Pierce is now 2-1 in his young interim coaching career. We're going to hear from the interim coach coming up next on Raiders Game Day.
What you see as far as that aspect of it?
They did a good job. A lot of movement up front. You know, a little bit of different looks here and there, not much, but you know, just enough to throw us off. And then, you know, we were behind the sticks. We're behind the sticks, and that made it difficult. You know, we'll get back to it. We'll go to the drawing boards and get, you know, got to get JJ going. You know, the first 2 wins, 25 plus touches, 14, whatever it was, not good enough.
That makes it harder on Aiden, I imagine.
Without a question, we don't want to be the opposite. We don't want to have 40 plus throws and, you know, 20 runs. That's not our kind of football.
What was your overall assessment of O'Connell's play?
We got to look at it. You know, before I make that statement, I think we got to look at it. One thing, you know, we just got to do a good job with with the football. Got to do a good job with the football, and that starts with the coaches. Prepping him, getting him ready, making him understand situational football. But again, young player will get better, and we got to go back to drawing boards.
The defense forcing those turnovers, and the 4th and 1, they're inside the 5-yard line, just the crucial moments there.
I thought the defense, at times you was wondering, some explosive plays going down there. It seemed like every time we got to the fringe, those guys kind of like they tightened up a little bit, and guys stood up and sound football, turnovers, whatever it be, more physical up front. I thought they did a good job, especially in the first half. There's some opportunities there. You're like, okay, he went for it. We had to stop on 4th down. Coming out at the half, interception, giving ourselves an opportunity to have a chance to win.
You mentioned some missed throws. That one was, I think, last drive. The second play, Devontae down the side. You had that one, or is that a play you're looking at? Is one you may have missed?
Yeah, I think, there's a few plays out there that I think everybody saw that we missed. And, you can't take them back. They're out there. We got to do a better job connecting, obviously. It didn't go. The ball didn't bounce our way today on those.
I mentioned earlier no moral victories, and I get that in the National Football League, AP, but the pride of your guys, the fight that you saw down double-digit dog, can you just talk about that for a moment, please?
Yeah, that's what we talk about every day. Pride and poise, passion, respect for the game, playing the game the right way. And guys did. They played hard. We played hard. Does that get you W's? No. But it gives you a chance to win games. And I think that's what we did. We gave ourselves an opportunity to win a game under a minute, plus territory. And again, didn't get, there is no more victories. Guys will look at it. I told them to keep their chins up. We're going to be the same way, win, lose, or draw. We'll go back to work on Tuesday and get after it.
When facing the Chiefs, they're going to have to do better in the third quarter. Here's our one big number. The Raiders only ran 8 offensive plays total in the third quarter. That's 8 plays. That's not holding the ball enough to score enough points to stay in the game. And I think one of the biggest question marks we had was going into the half. The defense gives the Raiders offense the ball back with 58 seconds left in the half. And there was a lack of urgency. The timeouts weren't used. We didn't hear whether or not Antonio Pierce was asked about the timeout situation. But take a look here. You can see there's 58 seconds left on the clock. First down, they run the ball. So the clock keeps ticking. No timeout, nothing. And it keeps going, and it keeps going. 42 seconds goes down.
Only one reason. They wanted to protect that young man. That's the only reason. There was no urgency and run because you want to protect him. You're thinking, hey, you know what? We can get 3 points out of this, and I don't want to put him in a situation where he's going to force it and we don't get any points.
Look, but he'd been making great decisions up to that point, right, JJ? And I think that's kind of where we struggle. I mean, watching the clock keep going down, they don't get another stat off to 42 seconds after the first down. So second down comes 42 seconds.
And for me, as this game, especially in the first half, it wasn't really a lot of bad mistakes by O'Connell. And then you let all that time run off and you throw 2 passes.
Yeah.
So for me, after that first run, I felt like, hey, call a timeout. If you're going to call some quick passes anyway, what you did on second and third down, call those passes, when you got a little bit more time and see what you can get out of it, especially on second down.
Yeah.
And if you don't get anything on second down and you don't want to give Tua the ball back with some time, then let the clock run down, hand the ball off again, kick the field goal. But I felt like they could have been a little bit more aggressive in that situation because you knew you're going to have to eventually get in the end zone to beat this Miami team.
That's another opportunity for our new coach to learn.
Yeah,
also.
It's a rookie interim head coach.
Yeah.
It's somebody that's never, he's not an offensive guy. It's Bo Hardigree that's calling the plays at that point. But, yeah, that could be done better. And then when you lost that momentum, when they lost that momentum going into the half where you settled for the field goal, you could have gotten a touchdown there. Then they came out in the third quarter, and that was when it just seemed like there was no momentum left in the third quarter.
And I loved listening to Antonio Pierce's speech because he knows the identity of this football team. And it's clear when he's getting up there talking, hey, it wasn't enough for Josh Jacobs. He needs more touches. We don't want to throw the ball 40 times. We want to run this ball, create an identity, and then we will play action pass, keep him around 25, 30 passes a game. But it wasn't enough for Josh. And he knows if you're going to beat Patrick Mahomes, if you're going to beat Tua, if you're going to beat these really good quarterbacks, Josh has to run these balls to keep those quarterbacks over there on the sideline. So the blessing is that the Raiders know what they're trying to do.
Well, they're trying to run the ball and play stout defense. They got one of the two. 36 yards on the ground by Josh Jacobs, as you say, 14 attempts is not going to cut it. And so now they have a blueprint, a better idea of what they need to do going up against a very tough Chiefs defense. It's not easy to run the ball on. Hey, we're looking forward. Still to come, we're going to hear from Max Crosby going up against Tua and that offense. That's next on Raiders Game Day. This segment of Raiders Game Day has been brought to you by America First Credit Union, the official credit union of the Las Vegas Raiders.
You know, I'm proud of the guys. You know, we kept fighting. That's what we talk about all the time. We preach it, staying together and playing for each other. And you just see that out there, you know, no matter what it was, no matter what situation we were in, nobody blinked. We stayed, you know, tight as a unit. We held, you know, I think we held them to 6 points in the second half. I mean, that's what you're looking for in a defense. You know, guys that love each other, that stay together and play for one another. And I think we're going in the right direction. We just got to stay together and keep improving.
I know nobody likes the term moral victory, but that's a dominant offense out there that you guys pretty much limited. I mean, is that what you take away from it, that you were able to do that?
No, you go out there every time expecting to win. There's no doubt. There's no moral victories, but we know as a defense we're going the right direction. We know offensively we're only going to get better. So there's no moral victory, but at the end of the day, you know, it was we took a lot of positives from it. We just got to watch the film and keep moving forward because at the end of the day we're right in the mix. So you know, we can't get down. We got to stay together. 6 left.
6 left, and I know there's no moral victories, and everybody hates that word in the NFL. You either win or lose, and that's true. But this loss feels a whole lot different than when they lost to the Bears or when they lost to the Lions, because there's hope, there's progress, there's evolution that we have seen, especially in the defense. And if you can play good defense, you can compete in the AFC. And I think this is what we learned. The Raiders can compete with some of the elite in the AFC because it's debatable whether the Dolphins are elite because they hadn't beaten a winning team. The Raiders are the first 500 team that they've beaten. Still, it is a dangerous team, and the Raiders it's a one-score game. They came out on the bottom of that. Might they come out on top against the Chiefs? I think there's some encouragement. So I don't like moral victory, but you got to get perspective on it.
Yeah, and particularly when the Dolphins are playing at home. They're very good at home.
On the road.
We know about their offense. Defensively, I think people started to think about, man, we can take some shots at them, but that was before they had those 2 corners. They have Jalen Ramsey back right now. So this defense is one of the top defenses in the league as far as making sure they keep balls checked down. You're not going to be able to throw the ball down the field consistently outside of the numbers and have success with those type of corners they have. So again, I thought this football team played a really good, sound game, but the only thing that was missing was the impact of our running game.
Yeah, and let's not forget, I know it's a loss and it is no more victories, but 31 points on offense, that's the Miami Dolphins, right? 20, right?
Yeah.
Last week against the Kansas City Chiefs, when they played them boys, they scored 14 points on this defense, 0 in the second half against this Miami Dolphins defense. So they are playing really good defense, and they score a lot of points on offense. So to come out here and the offense struggle, and we showed the missed opportunities they had to really win this game, and then defense to get 3 takeaways and a 4th down stop and only give up 20 points, it's encouraging. And I know when they watch the film, the offense is going to see the plays they missed, and the defense is going to be like, man, hey, excellent job. Let's carry this into next week.
And we see the run blocking get better, get Josh Jacobs going. A lot of encouraging blocks to build on going forward into the Chiefs game. We're going to take a break here on Raiders Game Day. When we come back, we're going to hear from the quarterback, Aiden O'Connell, in his 4th NFL start next. Raiders Game Day has been brought to you by Twitch. Watch, discover, join in. Credit One Bank, the official credit card of the Las Vegas Raiders. Modelo, a reward for those with a fighting spirit. The mark of a fighter, drink responsibly.
Vic Fangio, the defensive coordinator, they did some things tonight that they have not been doing, so just did some new things to show wrinkles. How much did that impact the game?
You know, it was even I think our first snap, they did something we hadn't seen on film yet, so it was a good job mixing it up. You know, I think we just got to execute better. Can't turn the ball over. It's really on us at the end of the day to do our job better, me in particular. So yeah, just frustrating.
No first downs in the second and third quarters. What do you feel like was the primary problem there between the middle of the game?
Yeah, I think, we're learning how important every possession is, and, just how much we have to lock in on every play and can't go backwards, and, try to stay ahead of the stick. So I think we, really got to convert better on third down, but before that, got to do a good job of getting to third and short, because third down is hard to convert. So, yeah, we just got to do a better job staying ahead of the sticks.
Are they doing anything different in the second half? Obviously, you played well in the first half. Second half, a few turnovers. Were Dolphins' defense doing anything different?
Yeah, like we said, they were switching it up a little bit and giving us some different looks, but they also, on a lot of stuff, played their base stuff that we saw on film. And so, in any game, you're going to get a combination of things you've seen, and for the most part, some new wrinkles. And so it wasn't anything crazy. It was stuff that, we've talked about before, and, yeah, just got to execute better.
The interception where you were being sacked, were you trying to throw the ball away, or did you see someone that you're trying to get it to?
I saw Jacoby, and I was trying to throw it to his fourth down. I was just trying to make a play, and I drifted too far in the pocket there, and I just got to do a better job of not getting us in that situation. And then once I'm in that situation, got to be just make better decisions.
Aiden, I know that you're not a dual threat guy, but do you need to maybe trust your legs at times to take off and run a little bit? Do you think that would help for not allowing teams just to tee off on you?
Yeah, I think, I have to probably not be as predictable and, like you said, use my legs a little bit. I think, again, if I do my job better, we hope to just be in better situations and not be in situations where I need to do that. But, yeah, all around just have to play better, passing the ball, decision-making, all that stuff.
What did you see in the last interception? You thought you had him, or what did you see?
Yeah, it was, I think, 20-some seconds left, no timeouts. I knew at some point we were going to have to take a shot because we needed a touchdown. So saw Trey had a little step and, again, hung it up there too much. And, the defender made a really good play. And so, I think we were a little messed up in our alignment to start. I didn't communicate well enough getting into the huddle. And so some better communication would have gotten to the play better, and all around would have been better. So we were a little messed up on the play, but tried to take a shot. I know we had to get a chunk at some point, and hung it up there too much, and he made a good play.
I know it's early, but do you say this is like a growing pain, part of the process for you as a rookie, or what's your first reaction to obviously tough?
Yeah, it's I'm learning how hard the NFL is and how hard it is to win, and just kudos to our defense. Just played so well in the second half, kept us in the game with it. I think they scored 6 points in the second half, and obviously I don't think we scored. So our defense did an awesome job keeping us in the game. It's really going to come down to our offense and watching the film to just be better all around, and it starts with me. Thanks, guys.
All right, so he gets another shot coming back to Allegiant Stadium, facing the Kansas City Chiefs next week, and then they got the bye, get everybody healthy, although there's not a lot of bad injuries on this team. Hopefully Colton Miller will get healthy. Minnesota Vikings, that game will be on the road, and then the Chargers at home in Week 15. So the Raiders still in it. They are 5-6. They're only one game under 500. Mm-hmm. If they beat the Chiefs, it's a different narrative.
One at a time. Yep.
Big. This Chiefs game is going to be exciting. Raider Nation going to be in the house. I love it.
Coming back to Allegiant. All right, so the Raiders lose this one 2013 to the Miami Dolphins. They're now 5-6. For James Jones, Eric Allen, I'm Amber Theoharis. We'll see you next time on Raiders Game Day. Have a good night, everyone.